Good morning everybody, Actor here for a new video on Game of Thrones Kingsroad. Today we have many things to talk about. I don't know if you watched it yet, but yesterday they posted a video on their official Discord talking about their future plans in the game. And we had an update this morning bringing more quality of life and many things that are great as well. Let's start with the first subject, but right before, let me remind you that if you want to support me as a content creator, you have a link in the description of all my videos. Just need to click on one button, and by doing that, you are supporting me. You will get some coupons to claim some golden dragons in game. We need to wait for the future missions for the content creator, and once I have the coupons, I'm gonna send them to you, don't worry guys. So thank you so much to everyone who is supporting me. Now let's talk about the main subject. So the first thing they talked about in their video is about the World Boss Drogon. They are saying that they want to reduce the number of time Drogon appears daily because they figured out that it was hard for some players to find some teams sometimes. I don't know if it is something good to do. The thing that they need to change in priority is the ranking system, because many players, even if they can't claim any reward at all, are just farming that content. And because of that, sometimes we have a bad experience because they are basically some players one-shotting Drogon. Let me know your thoughts about that in the comment below. Second thing, they are planning to add 2 more languages to the game, the Portuguese and the Turkish, before the global launch. Speaking of which, they don't exactly know when they want to release the game. They say that they were actively working on that, and they are trying to release the game in most of Asian countries before the end of the year. So we will probably have a global release in Europe and maybe America early in 2026. They ensure you that the game at global launch should be way better than it is today, and it's already great. I'm loving the game. Let me know in the comments if it is the same for you. Still talking about the global launch, they plan to send some more rewards to the early access players to thank them for their active participation and feedbacks. And talking about the feedbacks, they are listening to the community. I will show that to you in a moment when I'm gonna talk about the update we had this morning. They talked a bit about the RP system in-game, you know, the stamina we have in the game. They implemented a short amount of RP in-game to reduce our fatigue and allow people without a lot of time to spend in-game to still be able to get a lot of rewards through the RP. So this is what they wanted to have at the beginning. But the fact is that players are complaining about that because we feel like we don't have enough RP. And this is right, but even more because the rewards in dungeons are absolutely garbage. I cleared so many times the altar of memories without getting any legendary chest, and same comment for the bullfight, you know, the 4th ferocious beast. And even on the others, I was able to get only one time a legendary pelt over maybe a 30 fights. And I got only maybe 3 or 4 epic pelts, you know what I'm talking about. So this is not only an RP issue for me, but also some drop 8 issues. But they are listening to the community and they are planning to increase the daily RP obtained through the game. Outside of the RP mechanics, they are planning to add more content in game, such as some more exploration and some co-op challenges without the need of RP. One more thing about their future plans, they say that they wanted to cover the entire world of Game of Thrones in that video game. But for now, the next region announced is the Stormlands, ruled by Stannis Baratheon. It's planned to be darker and more oppressive than the previous acts we had in game, and they will add a religion tone to this one. So if you watch the series, you know how dark it is when you have Stannis Baratheon and the Red Sorceress. I don't know how she is called in English because I am French, so I watched the French version of the series. So let me know if you have that in the comment below. So that is everything they said in this video. So now let's concentrate on the update. And first of all, I want to talk about an amazing balance adjustment they provided to us this morning. About 1 or 2 different skills in fact. The Ignite and the Poison. They increased the duration of the Ignite and the Poison skill, and they reduced the cooldown. We had 15 seconds of duration on the Ignite, and now we have 20 seconds, and the cooldown was 24 seconds, and now it's 20 seconds. So basically, you have the same duration as the cooldown, so if you have the rage to cast the skill again, you will have your weapon ignited all the time. Same comment for the poison. So we can check that basically directly in game. I'm just gonna use a powder here, and now look at that, I still have the fire on my weapon. Now the effect is over, I have the cooldown back, which means that I can reuse the skill directly. I love that. I made a video yesterday talking about the assassin and how broken the class was to release damage on enemies using the poison skill, and now you will have the poison all the time on the character. This is gonna be even better. Then they changed the recovery rate of the projectiles to 65%. I don't exactly know what is the recovery rate, so maybe over time we are getting some bolts. I've never seen that. I was always refilling my bolts or killing some enemies to get some more, so I didn't even know that we could get some just by waiting over time. And I'm not even sure if it is that, so if you have the information, let me know in the comment below. I will pin your message. Something more very nice that they changed to craft the potions. Now we need only half the sweet grass. Before it was 8 required and now it's only 4, so we can craft without wasting our sweet grass. They are listening to the community, as I am telling you. Something more, they reduced the cost of the Alliance donation daily. Before it was 5,000 copper for each donation, and now it's only 3,000, so 9,000 in total instead of 15,000. They say that they know people were complaining about the copper, and by the way, if you're lacking some copper, I also did a video talking about it in detail, and you will never run out of copper after watching this. But in counterpart, they also changed in the shop here the amount of copper you could receive. Before, we could get 6,000 copper for every 20 Alliance token, and now it's only 4,500, but it's still a pretty nice amount. And if you want my opinion, there are better things to buy before. The jewelry polish here, for example. Something else, when you die in the Altar of Memories, you can refill your HP tinctures. They reduce the cost from 1,000 copper to 500 when you are in the Altar of Memories, but outside of the Altar of Memories, you still need to spend 1,000. They increased by a lot the copper you can earn by clearing the different camps on the map. Now we get 1.6 times the copper we were getting before. 2,700 plus the extra rewards, which means that this is basically the best content to farm with your RP if you want to have some extra copper. In the Reach, you can find 2 minigames, the first one being the arena here in Old Town, and the second one is the archery in High Garden. Basically, you can do these 5 times per class daily, and you will get some copper, but they reduced the entry fee, and they also reduced the copper you can earn at the end. So basically, before the update, by doing that 5 times with every character, you could earn 30k copper for the arena and for the archery, for a total of 60k copper daily. Now we can get only 1,200 per attempt, so 6,000 instead of 10,000 per character. So instead of 60,000 copper, we are getting 36 copper daily. So they almost halves the rewards here. But unless you have a very high amount of time to play daily, I wasn't even doing that, and I was playing at least 3-4 hours daily. They removed the fee to fast travel to Renan's Rest if you don't have the convenience that you can buy in the shop. But for every other location, you still need to pay a lot of copper if you don't buy that thing in the shop. Then they changed a few more things. The knockback effect from the skill combo used by two-handed sworded enemies has been removed. All classes can now apply a hit stun effect to enemies when using the sprint attack heavy. So basically, when you are running and use the heavy attack, you can hit stun enemies now. So if they are doing a basic attack and even a yellow, normally I suppose that you can cancel them. They removed the duration to craft baits for ferocious beasts. Before we needed to wait 4 seconds, and now you can claim the things directly. Then something very nice, they increased by a lot the number of workers you can hire. Before I could hire only 12, and now I can hire 20 of them. So I have this one, which one is a pretty good one for the Octified Expedition. I can recruit some purples ones. As you can see, my estate, if you wanna know, is level 31 at the moment. But I can fix that. Just need to buy some more materials and then my estate is gonna reach the next level, 32. Let's go! And I can upgrade the Manor Management Office, which means that I will just have an extra slot to the production. When you complete the camp near High Garden, normally you have a chest to open at the end. I suppose that they are talking about the camp that is situated here normally on the map. You are not forced anymore to open the chest if you want to discard the reward, and which means that basically you can keep the key and sell the key later. But for now, I don't know what amount of copper you are getting after selling that key. And finally, they changed the access to the shop, battle pass, and every paid feature. Now you can access that after completing the Winter is Coming quest. I don't remember what quest it is. I'm gonna end the video on that. You have now on the screen the entire list of the bugs they fixed with the update of this morning, including 2 collision bugs. The one where you were stuck behind a tree and a wall, for example, now it's not gonna happen anymore normally. And the one where you could fall through the map. Alright guys, so that was all I had to say in this video. They are actively listening the community and they are working more on the game, so I can't wait to have more content. I can't wait to have more things in game. Let me know your thoughts about that in the comment below. Have a really nice day guys, take care and see you on the next video, bye bye.